Jamaican
Yeah.
dancehall artist, right?
Yep.
Shinsea? Is that how you pronounce it?
I'm not sure, but I saw her on TikTok and I was like, damn, who's this fine Jamaican? And then I didn't even realize she was an artist.
Yeah, so an artist came out with a new video with Megan Thee Stallion. It's going super viral. This shit might as well be WAP Part 2. So, dude, this whole movement is what I want to talk to you about. This whole thing is like, dude, I'm all for women empowerment, bro. Like, yo, speak your truth, be who you are. But fam, it's odd that this whole speak your truth, be who you are, love yourself movement is also somehow like has to be lesbian focused.
Yeah,
like,
or even just sex focused.
Well, the sex focus is fine because I mean that's almost been like hip hop female culture forever. But it's just odd that it's like, all right, if we have two women together, they have to also be into each other and like be almost essentially looking like they're fucking on the screen. So like, yeah, this shit goes viral, and I guess like from financial standpoint, like they're like, oh well, they're doing that, maybe I should do that. But like that's like I feel like what our beef was like when fucking WAP came out, dude. Where's the artistry, dog? Like, where is the like? This shit just seems too fucking simple. Like, oh, because you're an attractive female, and so now you guys have to be like on top of each other, licking each other's necks, and like that's it. Like that's just like it's just weird, dog. Because I feel like there is a movement of other hip hop female acts that are actually talented as fuck, and like they get completely pushed aside because if it's not this, then it's not going to be all. Like it's not going. We're not going to be talking about it, right?
Right. Yeah, I did watch the video. I feel like the whole lesbian thing is more so for shock value. It's like, all right, we got two hot girls in here. Like, let's make them grind on each other, or scissor, or whatever the case is. But I think for me, I mean, one, the song didn't do much for me at all. Obviously, it was like, I guess, hot to see, but I think it felt too forced. Sometimes these videos feel too forced, like to the point where I'm like, why might as well just put like a Pornhub link in the fucking description box because this feels like the video I watched last week or whatever. So I'm just like, what was the point of this? And the song was like whatever's. I think for me, it just seems like these female artists have absolutely like nothing to talk about outside of this shit. And I know a lot of them will come back and say, well, a lot of these rappers talk about fucking bitches and stuff, which is true, but it's usually like a couple bars here and there. It's not really the focal point of the song.
Or an entire fucking album.
Yeah, or an album. Like, where's the story about your upbringing or your ambitions and, you know, being depressed or wanting to see the world and shit? Like, surely these women have other things outside of fucking doing reverse cowgirl.
Right. Dude, that's the sad part, bro. And I get it, but that's like why, and not to push back at all, but just like, again, like devil's advocate, like I said earlier, like who's to blame for that though? Like, is it us, the viewers, who just fucking consume this shit like crazy? And then these people think, well, if this is making me money, I gotta keep like that vicious circle of like, well, I'm making money off it, so why would I stop? And it's like, oh, I stopped doing that. Will they keep listening? You know, I wonder like who's to blame? Is it us? Or is it like the corporations who like are signing these women to like, oh well, Megan Thee Stallion did this, so that's who's the next one to do it like exactly like that? So I wonder, but I don't know who's to blame, to be honest. But I feel like it's just a sad state in hip hop where like if you're a female rapper, fam, you better just be gorgeous, body done up, and all you can talk about is sucking dick or eating a girl out. And that's sad, bro, because dude, we grew up in a time where like, dude, Missy Elliott wasn't the baddest woman in the world, but fam, she was funny as fuck. You know what I mean? Yeah. And super talented.
Creative.
And she spoke about guys eating her out, but fuck, dude, it wasn't the entire song, and there was nuances of the way the production was done. Yeah. It wasn't just like, dude, like, fuck, bro. I saw that video and I was like, dude, first of all, this is literally like WAP 2. And I'm like, dude, like, why? Like, what's the need for this? You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck is the need for this?
I don't think, to your point about like whose fault it is, I think over time I'm starting to like blame the corporations a little less, just because at the end of the day they're a business and they have business decisions to make. And if they know WAP and shit is selling, then it makes sense for them to just recreate that versus finding some girl who's not conventionally attractive but talented, trying to like do 100 times much as work to promote her and get it to resonate and shit. I think that's why a lot of people that don't have like the image end up being behind the scenes and like writing songs and shit instead, because they just can't market them for some reason. So I think, I mean, just thinking about like the OnlyFans blow up and all this stuff, I almost want to blame the consumers. Like I don't think we demand enough, or at least are disciplined enough to like not share it and not talk about it and stuff. Because I think we want to talk about it because we at the end of the day, we don't really care about it. But, you know, someone who does might actually like the song, and then they do play it over and over and give them streams. And I don't know, I think we're just a bunch of primitive, horny motherfuckers. And that at the end of the day,
sex
that's
sells.
why we like all this shit.
Yeah. And going back to our first topic with the fresh and fit stuff, like, dude, maybe we're being ignorant for the sake of the pod or this moment, but dude, sex low-key does kind of rule the world. Like, if you think about it, like that's just like the
that's
one
like
thing
the whole podcast of F&M.
Yeah, like that. Like, it really does, bro. But it's just like, I don't know, like maybe we're just also like maybe too positive or assuming optimistic about things. Like, I just feel like we deserve more. Like, bro, it's 2022, bro. Like, are we really just like this primitive? Like, it's just that's it. Like, it's like how can I fuck? Or like, hey, if it's about sex, it's gonna sell. Like, damn, bro. Like, there has to be more, bro. That's why, like, honestly, like completely off topic, but that's why I appreciate the fucking Scream movie, bro. Because I was like, oh, this is like a cool, fresh take on a fucking, you know, an old fucking franchise. Like, dude, I appreciate this, right? It's not just like, let me get fucking 3 sexy ass women who get killed, but they run with their boobs, you know, bouncing. Like, it wasn't that, dude. So yeah. Like, I don't know, I just appreciate nuances, bro, which is why I think, again, for us on this pod, like, I appreciate what we do with the interviews we have, because, like, it's people who are bringing a new approach to hip hop or just making music. You know what I mean? Like, how many interviews have we done and we're like, yo, what do you even consider yourself, right? Like, because we know for a fact, like, yo, you're not just a hip hop artist or other things. So I think it's just like, I don't know, the laziness of the artist and the okayness of the audience to take it in is like, fam, like, I don't know, in my we should be better than this by now. Yeah,
I agree with that. I think there definitely is like a place for it. I don't think we're trying to like
trust me, I'm not trying to get rid of Pornhub. Like, that shit comes in handy. But like, I'm not like, but fam, like, it can't be like you're not seeing Pornhub on like NBC. You know what I mean? Like, it has its place. What I hate about this shit is like, you're seeing this shit everywhere. And it's just like, fuck, dude, like, come on, man. Like, we're better than this. It should be like a charting, like, you know what I mean? Like, why is this song popular?
Yeah, it's weird. And who knows? Maybe it is society and where we push this misogynistic agenda where women are only sex objects and shit. Who knows? I'm not a psychologist or sociologist or whatever ologist that can point us in the right direction, but I do think we need to be a bit more open-minded. But I think there's probably a big portion of the audience too that just like refuses to listen to female rap. So
like rap, like
this is like their scheme of getting you to listen to this shit. Because if she was fully clothed, maybe you're less likely to give a shit. But
yeah, dude, at least I would only push back on that though, because dude, I remember being a young kid in New York and like, dude, Lauryn Hill wasn't in thongs, and dude, Lauryn Hill was probably one of like an artist of a like generation. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I feel like if the talent is there, regardless of the packaging, people will consume it, bro. So I just think this is the easy way, right? Like, Nicki has skills, like, for sure, but Nicki maybe like opened a lane for more women to just really like, yo, get your ass done, get your tits done, and just do that, and you'll get on. You know what I mean?
Or even like I personally like Rihanna. I know you mentioned a couple things about like her having a huge team, and a lot of people like question the actual talent of some people if their team's too involved, but at least her content isn't like I'm a hoe like every fucking song, and not a hoe in a derogatory term, but like sex didn't seem to be at least like the overt focus in her music, even if though it was part of it. Like, she had a lot of meaningful songs with Drake and stuff, and I just feel like that is a possibility too. And I don't want to knock this artist because I don't know any of her other music at all, but I feel like this is an attempt to get eyeballs, which it might be, and I guess is fine. But I think we both, as fans of music, just want to see something different for a change.
Yeah. Because I was just thinking right now, like, imagine if we had this podcast like 25 years ago, and we were like looking at Eminem, right? Eminem did some crazy shit, right? Like crazy videos, crazy lyrics, to killing your mom, like, dude, insane shit, killing gays, like wild, right? But low key, that was different. You know what I mean? That was the nuance of the time. So at least we like had our, like, we like, oh, cool, I get this, you know, like, it's a little bit wild, bro, but fuck, man, like, this is a different way to do it. Whereas like, I don't know, dude, it's been like 3 or 5 like years of like the same shit. Like, oh, she's a female artist, all right, cool, so she's gonna talk about like, you know, guzzling cum, and it's like, damn, bro, there has to be more, bro, there has to be.
And there definitely are, they're just not, unfortunately,
unfortunately not a mainstream. You're right, but I'm just wondering, like, if a female artist knows she has the skill but maybe doesn't want to give in, is she more willing to just say, you know what, I'll just take the backseat and ghostwrite, or as opposed to I'm gonna push to just like get on myself?
You mean like depending on her looks, are those
like, I wonder like if a dope female artist from wherever, Chicago, LA, New York, is like, yo, I know I have the skills, I have the, you know, the bars, everything, but like, you know what, I don't want to do this. But like, is she thinking about like, damn, I don't want to do this, I'm gonna quit this, or I'm just gonna take a backseat approach, behind the scene approach, I mean, or is she really gonna push to like, I'm gonna do it my own way? Like, I wonder what a female artist is even thinking right now. Yeah,
that's a good question. I mean, I think the ones that do know they're like conventionally attractive and get a shit ton of attention, I think there's probably something with that mindset that makes them gravitate towards what's constantly on their mind. Like, if you know you're sexy, then I feel like your content is going to be about you being sexy and good at having sex and being sexy. Whereas if that's not kind of your lane, and you maybe not, you don't look conventionally attractive, then you almost are afraid to go that route. Like, if that's not really you.
Yeah, dude. Wild times, bro. But again, I think I feel like all of this, I just feel like we expect more of society, bro. Like, it's just like
you know, that's like, at the end of the day.
Yeah, I think we just expect more, bro. But it is what it is. Anything else with these?